Hey guys, Tyra here. Welcome back to an episode of Race Mania here on BeamNG.drive using the Road Atlanta circuit in the wrong direction. Starting up front is a car which I have no idea how it survived last time. It got folded in half, but somehow still managed to make it round. The four-wheel pigeon, it's actually called the Dove. I'm going to actually call it by its proper name this time. In second place is a car with an indestructible rear window, it seems. The Scirocco Sleeper. In third is the only new car for this round, the Moonhawk track car, which now means the Ford Falcon drops down to fourth place. You know, it's been the usual third place runner because the track car has a higher top speed actually, but it's so slow through the gears it never actually gets to that top speed down the length of the straight, which is why I used to test the cars. So if I can't get it to its top speed, no way the AI will either. And at the back is the car that needs to win, the Roma Derby version, which is proving to be a pretty formidable force so far. And I'm going to comment down below which guy I think is going to take victory. I'm going to have to go for the Roma because it's just a beast. I don't see really anything stopping it anytime soon. As ever, the Dove gets a great start. The Scirocco goes absolutely nowhere. Now then, actually, all big contact already, and the Scirocco managed to absorb that contact well. And again, the Roma getting himself involved right at the back as well. And we've got this train now, 4 cars now chasing down after the little Dove. The Scirocco is getting a little bit offline. It's front-wheel drive. He's going to be really light on the back. Now it's been shoved around. That's going to slide itself back out now. Oh, that's quite hefty contact, actually. Although saying that, further back, the Falcon's already gone as well, which gives the Roma a pretty clear run now. As these two, the track car, Moonhawk and the Scirocco, taking each other off the road. And then that's the Roma now straight through. The Scirocco gets back now into second place. The track car now wants to go in the wrong direction. I mean, that was a pretty quick start to the round for things to just completely implode. Now then, the track car, it got airborne. Hopefully though that wheel still works, and the racing line seems to be somewhere around here, looking at where the Scirocco is up front, because I've got so used to doing this track the other way around, I still don't quite know where the racing line is yet. I think I have to put the Ford Falcon on disable, because no way this thing's going to get itself going again. Without slamming itself into the wall, just completely spinning itself out. I mean, it's not even really got anywhere yet. So it's not even at the top of the hill. Now let's get this thing going, get some good speed on it first. 47, that'll do. Now put this thing back onto random, and hopefully it now goes in the correct direction. It's going a little bit slower, so it's going to make itself onto the racing line. Okay, that's all perfectly fine. The Roma though, catching up to the pigeon, it's definitely got a pretty good chance of winning this race, I have to say, the Roma, since it's already got past the 3 cars which were going to hold it up. The Scirocco though may have a good chance of holding onto its position, depending on how damaged the track car is. And the Falcon's definitely got a lot catching up to. I mean, we lost the Bolide last round, which was one of the other mainstay cars of this season, because it had been here for that long. Now it looks like we could end up losing the Ford Falcon here if things don't change around in the next lap and a half for it. You know, the Pigeon though is still untouched so far, though that's going to change fairly quickly. I think it was on the last race. The Pigeon got shoved out of the way somewhere around here, which is where the Roma took later. The Pigeon is going to know this time, so it moves its way to the inside line, but the Roma's just so big, it tries to bully it out of the way, and it shoved the Pigeon sideways, and the Roma's through now into the lead. The Pigeon onto the grass, and is he going to make contact with the wall? Not quite, but that's going to allow the Scirocco to get through into second place, and the Pigeon is going to go in the wrong direction. Okay. Now then, it's lost second place, so it's going to be under threat now from the bigger cars behind it, so the Pigeon is not... I'd say it's fairly in danger now, actually, since if the 2 cars behind it aren't that damaged, then they could still, well, shove it out of the way or fold it in half, like is what the Falcon did to it last time. Then put that back onto random and get back going again. The Scirocco, surprisingly, also because it's front wheel drive, although the front wheel does look fairly shoved in, it looks like it's got away fairly okay for what really matters on the car. Now then, the track car Moonhawk, I mean, that also looks like it's got away fairly okay as well. The Falcon's off the road again. Don't know why, because there's nothing near it this time. The Falcon is just having a mare. And it gets itself back on the road, but it's not going to be able to get itself going. I already know that much. Maybe there's a bit of oil down or something, maybe? The Falcon isn't usually this this loose by itself. I mean, it's pretty twitchy and slidey, but it's never usually this bad. And hopefully you can control 43 miles an hour coming now into the start of the S section, and yeah, that's going fairly okay. But the Roma already, I'm gonna have to do things. I'm gonna have to literally like remove the front bumps or something for the next round, because this thing is just so indestructible. I mean, I know it's the Derby version, so all the things that don't matter have been removed. But I didn't think just in general it'd be that strong, even though it is an SUV. Now the little Pigeon still untouched in third place. The Scirocco, to be fair, isn't actually losing all too much time to the Roma. The track car, I don't know how efficient this should be going any quicker. It feels like it's going slow, so the Pigeon might actually be able to hold on to its position. Then you've got the Falcon, which hopefully doesn't spin itself out for no reason once again. Can actually try and get itself now out of last place. I think it's having to fight itself because something is definitely wrong with it. I just don't know what. The front of it looks fairly caved in as well from that contact it had probably on the back of the Moonhawk to start with. And coming around the left-hander here, gets a bit on the curbing, but everything seems to be going fine so far. So I really don't know what it was that made the Falcon spin itself out. Now as the Roma, already now starting lap 2, it's that far ahead. And the Scirocco's got some pretty decent top-end speed, but no way, even if it was, say, to catch up to the Roma, no way a little front-wheel drive Scirocco, which weighs practically nothing, is going to be able to shove the Roma out of the way. I mean, it can be an easy. We saw what the Pigeon could do last time. It's not indestructible, the Roma, but it's not far off it from what it seems. And actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure this track car is fairly down now because the Falcon's caught it up fairly quickly. This is the fight to get out of last place, so at this rate, the Falcon's going to be out, but it definitely looks so much faster here than the Moonhawk. So if you can just get one good shove on it, then it should be able to go through, shoving onto the cone. Then that may be a good strategy if you can just puncture its tyres. And that's one way to get ahead. Also, these curbs do cause punctures and can scrape the bottom of the car, especially going this way. So things can get ripped off if these cars were a bit lower to the ground. So thankfully for them that they're not. They're coming up to the start of the second lap though, and this is definitely, well, it's the only battle on track really at the minute. And the track car though, these things do, I'd say, pretty even in terms of weight. So it's not going to be the easy thing to shove around, although the fuel tank is right there. And it hasn't got much in the way of structure around it to stop it from just getting destroyed immediately. So the fuel tank may be taken out, and because this is a big muscle car, it's going to be quite thirsty on your fuel, so if the fuel tank goes, then I'm pretty sure that's going to be curtains for it. He's still doing a great job though of soaking up all the pressure and all of the contact, because the Falcon, you know, because it's quite twitchy, it can't really sustain a prolonged attack without wiggling itself into oblivion. As the Roma's already into the S section, that's how far in front it is. And the Scirocco isn't still that far behind it really. Now where's the Pigeon? It's doing okay. I'm not seeing any smoke coming out of it yet like there was last time, because the brakes cooked on it by the end of the race last time. And this is still the fight. Survival, of course, it's got the Hoonigan livery also on this car, so maybe this car can channel its inner Ken block to try and survive from the Falcon. And he's doing a great job so far, but coming up to a corner, this is where the Falcon can try and get some good aggression and shove it round, because the track car is definitely wounded. Maybe from that one wheel, but one wheel with how the AI can be is all it can take, although carrying some good corner speed though, because being a track car, it's going to be pretty good around the corners even in a damaged state. And it's leaving the Falcon for dead a little bit, although the Falcon though gets a bit bravery around this corner and gains back a little bit at that time. And it's going to need to have some. It's got the S section, which is probably going to be its last chance to try and shove its way around realistically for what the rest of the track is. In the Roma though, already into the final section now of the lap, she's just going to cruise around now to the finish line to take another dominant victory. And Scirocco has actually fallen away quite a bit though on the second lap, so maybe the damage has taken its toll on the Scirocco. We've still got one side of its lights working, although that makes absolutely no difference. Falcon once again going for hard rams, it's not spanning itself out that time. And now then, the track car though, I don't know if its fuel tank's still okay. I mean, it looks it, but looks can be deceiving. And the Falcon already all over the back of this car once again, but there's nothing you can do. There's a little gap there to the side, but the track car, the Moonhawk, just has that line covered. Looks like the Falcon is really running out. It's running out of time. It may be also be running out of options for trying to find a way past as well. And is the Roma near the finish line? Yeah, the Roma's not that far of finishing anyway. So I'm going to have to cut back away from the battle soon anyway to look at the Roma crossing the finish line. And it's still holding its own. I mean, it's a great defensive drive from the track car. I mean, it was pretty disappointing they got taken out. So, I mean, I wanted to see what this thing could have done to try and hold off the Roma and try and do something against the Pigeon. Because this thing is, well, this and the Falcon, definitely the heavier cars here, of course, along with the Roma, which is already way over the finish line. I didn't think it'd get there that quickly. Well, I say way over. It's not that far over, but the Roma easily takes the victory. Now then, where's the Scirocco? That's coming up now around the final corner now, up to the finish line as well. And it's going to be a second place finish for the Scirocco, so it's there or thereabouts. And I don't know how it keeps surviving, honestly. I thought once it had that contact, that would have been curtains for it this time. Now the Scirocco makes it across the finish line in second place, and I'll put that on stopping as well. And I have to get on board with the Pigeon, or the Dove as it is. Okay, now it's smoking a bit, so the brakes have cooked again, but then again, a little pickup like this should not be going this fast for a sustained amount of time like it is. Now then, coming up to the finish line, the Pigeon remains pretty much untouched really in terms of damage. I can't see anything wrong with it, other than again, there's still time yet because the brakes have cooked, so I don't think it's really going to stop. Now then, it's on the brakes, but it's not really doing a whole lot. It avoids contact though with the Scirocco and just goes straight past it really. Now then, the fight for survival now is really heating up because the back of the Moonhawks basically destroyed now the Falcon's, well, it's do or die time for it, and it's like it's going to ram itself to death trying to get around the Moonhawk, which running out of time now. We've got one braking zone left, and it's going to need to hope that it can do something with the curbing to really shove this car out of the way, because it's imprinted itself literally into the back of the track car. And it's, well, the hood's now the furthest thing sticking out on the front of the Falcon now, coming up now through the final few corners now. In the track car defends well, so you've got 2 corners left to go, and it pulls away because using its track car abilities. And it's not low enough to the ground to be catching either on the curbs. He's pulled away though from the Falcon as well. And then out the final corner, it's going to be the final run now up to the finish line. The Falcon is nowhere near it. It's lost time through the corners. Now then, coming up to the finish line, it's going to be the Moonhawk, which just about gets through, although it has one final ram from the Falcon. And mentioning the story's not over between these two now. And now then, are they going to make contact with anything else? And then coming up to the Scirocco, no, the track car pulls off to the side, and the Falcon even stops before it as well, as the Roma's still going. Its brakes must definitely be done as well, even though it doesn't really look like it. You know, the thing, you'd be steaming like this if the brakes are actually done. So that means we're going to have a new 4th placed car for the next round, and we've lost the 2 mainstay cars now, one after the other. I mean, it was going to happen eventually, but for both of them to go out one after another is not what I was expecting. And the Roma, I think, is just going to keep going at this point, really. So remember to leave a like if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. The links to them will be down in the description below. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.